Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the podcast brought to you by the ANOUVUE Collective, where we're going to talk about everything film related, from script to screen and anything else in between. Stay tuned.
Unexpected, bro.
Unexpected.
It came upon you so unexpectedly, bro.
That was unexpected.
For unexpected? For some, let me tell you something. Man, like, is this a message that has been passed on to me?
You know? Is this a review?
Are we getting a future? Are we continuing the legacy of filmmaking?
No future Bradford at this point. Right now.
That was it. What, like, I guess, first of all, yeah, because you said something in your post already the other day. You said it was, you made 2 points. You're like, one thing, and I'm just going to go to the one thing. Don't force inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell me how that combo. Right, I'm interested.
Well, to be honest, it just came to me. You know what I mean? I was thinking about it for a couple of days, but nothing really came. And or I just got some ideas that weren't simple. And I was like, I need something that's simple that can be executed in a short space of time that doesn't require a lot. And so I was thinking about it. And literally the morning, the Sunday morning, my get up and I said to Julia, so like, this is the idea about it's you, and you know, there's this pregnancy scare, and I think at the time I didn't know exactly how I wanted to end it, and so I had like different alternative endings. One was where the audience would guess like what the outcome would be. And then we kind of went back and forth with that to say, oh, well, is it that the character is going to reveal that it's not, or is it that the character is going to just kind of have this blank stare breaking the third wall or the fourth wall, and just looking in the camera, and then it ends like that dramatically, or should I go with the ending that I have right now, which is just her waking up from the dream? And I felt like, even though it ended up being, I didn't aim for dark comedy, but it ended up being somewhat of a dark comedy. And that was probably the first time I was experimenting with like comedy, you know what I mean, in a way. So I wanted it to feel as if, I mean, the beginning, first of all, well, ended up with the concept. We know that. Ended up with the concept. But then, like, me and Julia went back and forth. We decided on the ending that we have now. It's all right, cool. I love that. But then it's like, man, they are overthinking it. They are overthinking classical me. Trying to overthink it, almost like, yo, just keep it simple.
And by the way, that's the stick a pin right here. We were discussing this. We went out on the road because we need to go to the supermarket. And I was like, can I get Starbucks? And then we stop at Starbucks and I get matcha. And I'm like, oh, pharmacy's right there. You want to get a pregnancy test?
Yeah. So
how awkward is that?
No, it wasn't awkward because we know what I'm saying. It was about the story.
No, not for you, when people look at
But you know what? You know, it's like, I felt like it was some top secret business, because when we walk up to the lady and we asked for it, she was just like, under our breath, she was like, which one you want? I was just like, is this top secret, bro? Like, what about it? But she was so hush-hush with it, because she never wanted me. And then Julia was just like, yeah, the cheapest one. And then I was like, all right, cool. I will get it and thing, but yo, that was so funny, just seeing all that. And then it's like, suppose this was like the actual thing. And then she was just like, yo, after we done choose, she actually wanted to test. And I'm like, anything to float your boat, like, if that make you happy, then do it.
So to
Boy.
answer the question, Kevin, no, I did not have that test sitting there under my sink.
No.
No, well, my next question was going to be, what happened if you pee on that stick and you saw two lines?
Ja, shoot, mash up.
Completely mash up, bro. Hey. Completely mash up.
Julia would be
Question though.
like, Julia would be like, Danny, come here. I'd be like, so what that mean? What two lines?
Budget blow, bro.
Man.
But question though for the tour now. Did you have to sell this to her, or you're like, yo, Julia, we have something for you. Get the idea, boom. Or did you have to sell it to her like
Nah, she was excited.
No, I was like, yo, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. From I told her the concept,
I just
she was
wanted
like,
Starbucks.
she was so excited about the concept. Man.
Match
And I was like, yo,
Yeah, I won't lie.
this one.
yeah.
I won't lie. Like,
So,
I don't like it was all a dream endings, but this one was good.
Yes, Kevin. That's what I was going to say too. Like I think it's like one of the most. Let me say this. I think it's one of the most played out things. Like if you go university like HCU, Jesus,
brother.
guys,
Yo.
everybody, every other film ends with somebody wake up and dream like.
You know, piss me off. It was all a dream ending. It's one of the most frustrating things when I said, and I go, big man thing, you put me through all of this stress, and I just dream.
Yeah. But
you know,
and sometimes
you know,
But we'll talk and then I'll talk and then I'll so guys.
you know what's crazy?
What's
My jealousy idea was it was all a dream, and literally that song was gonna be the end. And it must say it now. I mean, like, wow. We're still not gonna do it once we do it, you know. We're still not gonna do it, you know. But
why it worked for me? Because I mean, obviously it was unexpected, but it fit the story. It fit the story, for many reasons. One is like the pregnancy scare was unexpected. Because we started this very innocuous manner. She watching a show and she laugh.
And it was coming.
Her belly hurt her. So I said, oh, she must eat something bad. And then she go in the bathroom and pick. I'm like, oh wait, is she? And then she take out the pregnancy test. I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? And then we're waiting for it. And then boom, she wake up. And I was just like, oh wait, oh shit, a dream, okay. And so it plays off like I just fretted it a fret, or you just have this weird off-key dream. And then what was funny for me, this was why I laughed. It's because when she wake up, she's like,
yeah.
I was dying to laugh.
But I beg her for that, That's like, I need more. I need it to be more dramatic with the ending and like need it to be like, oh yes, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus.
And to be honest, I think you see how you ended it by showing us the stick and showing us that you're pregnant and then the arm, it was all a dream. Maybe it would have been ruined for me. But I think because we don't know, and then she wake up, it's kind of like like when you're in a nightmare, and then when you almost reach a bad part of the nightmare, like somebody about to kill you, you wake up before it happened. That's why it worked for me. It worked very well. Trust me. This is one of the very, very, very few times All You Can Dream worked for me.
It did. I almost want to beat up Kevin Kime. Take what I just said, bro. Me tired of as judge for film festival and being a student and everybody, I'm like, why does everybody feel like somebody needs to be waking up for a dream? It's like one of the cardinal sins for me.
It's
but
a big cop-out.
So when I saw it, when it happened, when she jumped up, me like, wow. I'm like, I didn't expect it, but it was tastefully done. I think that's it.
Yeah.
It was tastefully done. I mean, I just said this. Believe me, when it come, I'm gonna be like, really, Denny, Julia, no. But I watched it and I said, it feel right.
Yeah.
But it happened, it felt right. And I don't know if because I know Julia, I'm gonna know Denny, I'm gonna know say, yo, you are on this drive to just create this big film thing for you, and I'm like, this could be such an inconvenience for you right now. Maybe that's why I'm like the relief when I feel it for the top. Maybe that's it. Like my empathy, I think probably my level of empathy for both of you It was so that's what tell me, like, even though I know it's a movie, even though it's a film, me could have, mess.
Not true, because the honest truth is,
the sigh of relief on the side, relief.
When you're watching it, you're obviously picturing that the guy in the picture is Denny. So
Who else me I got think about? So you can imagine how I felt so relieved for both of you.
Yeah.
You know, so you're muted, Julia. Not hearing me. Oh, you're muted.
I specifically told him for that shot that I didn't want us to reveal if it was negative or positive. I told him that specifically. And at the ending of that last scene, I was so tired. I was so over it. And he's like, "Oh man, just one more time. Beg me. Like, one more time, just one more time." And I did it, and honestly, it's like that thing, it came naturally. It just came, it was just like a natural response. Not to say that to do this whole thing, I had to really put myself for the first time. I've never done this before in character. And what would somebody in that situation do? And I was like, well, some people would be happy that they are or not. And then some people would be sad that they're not. Some people would be relieved that they're not. You know what I mean? And in this moment, I was like, all right, I don't know. I had to choose one. And I was like, you know what I mean? It just came so naturally. So on top of that, in real life, we want a certain order of event to take place first,
Right.
Get here. So it was just fun.
Yeah, I can understand that, but as I said, just the out of a dream thing, I think, and it's just as I said, the empathy, when then they become like, yo, you know that going on, because when you are trying to build something right now, like it's like a child's a blessing, but you're like, bro.
And I feel like it could have been relatable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh, then it came up with that idea. I have no idea. It was the furthest thing I would have thought that he would have come up with. But
and even like the ending, to be honest, me even saying to her, I was like, yo, like, I don't know, everybody's gonna dream sequence, but me don't want to be corny. Like, I remember saying that to her, like, we never want to be corny, so that people would have be like, yo, obviously this is the build up, and then the anticipation. When they say the pregnancy test, is almost like you can just say, it's either going two ways. It's either them going to show us that you're going to get pregnant, or it's going to be like a dream scare or whatever it's doing. So me don't worry about that. And another thing me don't worry about is like when I watch back the footage and just playing it back, me I say, Jaja, how the shots and going connect to tell the story, because you're just watching it without editing it on the timeline. I felt like it didn't make sense. Like, so when I fret from it, I say, yo, general, like, but end up shooting it. But there are certain shots like I said, maybe, well, if I had shown her like move towards the toilet, then it would cut better with her sitting on the toilet and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But then putting it together, and it's like, oh well, it kind of worked.
That's the other thing, man. I love the camera angles that you chose. Those are good. I mean, I love the color and the lighting as well. I tell you, the way you put everything together, the color, lighting, etc., it kind of gives me the type of dark comedy was like an Insecure kind of dark comedy. That whole it's comedic because you're dealing with real life situations. That it's the situations that are funny and not the people or not the lines or not the. It's the situation that makes it funny.
I'm happy you said that, Kevin. Did you guys peep the opening? Did you listen to the opening?
I listened to the opening. I remember. I know the comedy too. When you're
Russell Peters.
Russell Peters, yes.
It came to me when I was shooting, and I was like, I need something to play. I need something to play in the beginning for her to laugh. Because like, why would you be laughing? What I mean? So the first thing come to mind was a comedy special, and then I think Eddie Murphy or one of them things. But then I remember this guy from a long time, and we did watch the same special, and they talk about Punani.
Right.
So we just say, yo, at that part,
Russell Peters, right?
Yeah. And then say, yo, that part just fit. It fit
Yeah,
the whole theme and everything. And somebody say, all right, I'm gonna grab that part and use it for the opening part. That would also give the audience a joke in itself.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing how like the brain work. One, under pressure because we have a deadline, but two, coming up with ideas when like I don't know, it's like before this we never have no ideas and then I have a deadline, I'm gonna try to get it done and then everything just start coming to me without even forcing.
Guys, it was intense, okay? Because we started doing this after 8 the Sunday night. Well, by the way, wanna see the lighting set up through the window? Wanna see that?
Never see.
The man got
wait, no. Not to go there, so me just make you go and broke all of the rule them, you know. It's all good.
It's a full-on discussion now, bro.
I know it's a full-on discussion and it's organic, so let's left it. But
yeah,
Julie, don't go there because I'm going there.
Okay.
No, I want to cover some of them stuff. I mean, well, the truth is, I could have gone technical. I'm not going to trouble the lighting because I know say, you know, like Lenny is very when it comes on to lighting, him take that serious. So I expected no less than what I saw. So that's why I'm like, okay, my boy, I see you. But yeah, I saw it. I'm like, yeah, this is dope. I like the color contrast and all of that. Yeah, love the tongue scent. You keep the tongue scent for us enhance our skin. That was really nice touch. I saw the window light, of course. If you don't have a window light, that ain't it for me. I mean, okay. So that was good. I was interested in treat the colors, so it was cool. Yeah.
Don't you ask him about how color because trust me, like
I knew if you had time, you could have timed it up. But the truth is, bro, the colors, because how you lit it, it never really need a whole heap and a fix it. Yeah, and that's one of the things you want to, when you're lighting, you have control over your lighting. That's one of the people do. When you're lighting like that, you light not to color, you light where you need. So all you need to do is just probably put back in the color and the stuff. So I realized, because I knew you had a little bit of time. So when I saw the turnaround, I'm like, you did good at the lighting. And I could appreciate that, you know. So that was really nice. That was a nice touch. The shots were nice. The shot selections were nice. I liked you. I like your contrast, both in luminance contrast and your chroma contrast. So it's a very, very nice touch. The bathroom. Thank you, Julia Brass, for not saying that, oh, I don't want to throw up in the toilet. That brought a whole heap of reality to the thing. It made it so authentic. And that, you see, sometimes people don't know, you know, like, we can't strive to get all the prettier shots and stuff. You see, if you can't sell the performance, that's just going to fall so on its face.
And I'm glad you brought that up because, to be honest, every time I watch that film over, I watch that part to look at the vomit to go, yo, how real does that vomit look? And I'm
it looks very real.
I'm there saying to myself, yo,
it looks very real.
She had put something in her mouth and hold it all that time and run to it. I was like, yo.
Orange juice and bread.
Yeah,
orange juice and bread.
Like literally say, yo, how am I gonna make the vomit part look like vomit? So I'm going to the kitchen and I'm say, all right, I grab the orange juice because that would be like a lot of times when you look around that color.
Yeah. Right.
So I grab the orange juice and then we have a slice of bread and so just chew this up so that it look like the food pieces, particles that would come out. And then it just looked that way.
Yo, that was awesome. That was awesome, bro. Like, yo, man,
genius.
There's like
genius.
The thing is, me get over. I think because I am so over the technicalities of shooting. Like, it's important. It is important, but it's not that important because what I want to see is more Jamaicans paying attention to the performances. Right, to the story, and that her throwing up alone was that alone sell everything to me. Yeah. And I think that's again that brought my level of empathy, you know, because for example, I used to throw up when my mom was pregnant, so she never had morning sickness. Me get it.
Interesting.
But yeah, I got it. So I think even that alone did kind of just like, oh my God. That's how I feel, you know. But Julia's performance in the whole thing, from the laying down in bed to, you know, I look like Malika Rich uptown girl in our bed in our cold. We say, body bad. But But just look how you follow through everything. So I never expected. I knew the visuals would be good. That was not a worry for me at any point with any of these films. None of them. It was just the performances, and two people in this challenge really did it for me. Julia and Nikki, from just saying like the little part of Nikki did was good, but Julia following right through. I mean, no saying comfortable for you, you're not in front of the camera, you're a producer, right? But you could embody the character and do it so well. That I think that's what's the most impressive thing for me. It's really, really good. So on the casting.
First time for everything, because I've never ever done this before.
Yeah. You want directions. Just give me time to figure it out for the set. Like maybe allow me to be the character. And I'm like, okay. All right, method acting.
So went towards most of everything, man. Thank you very much.
Oh, no.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. From vomit to light. You know what I mean? There is a few things. I realized how we did it. Me and you, we use sound to tell a lot of the story. Right? Especially mine, but yours you use it too. And I like at the start where you have her laugh and all of that. And I like where you use that laugh when she wake up out of her dream. Because when I rewatch it and I go, hold on there, a joke thing this. Because I say, a joke thing this. You're mad, man. Me? Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I like how you brought that laugh at the moment when she wake up and she's like, not this one, not me. So I like how you use the audio and the start you use the bumper clot in the Indian dialect. Indian. So I like how you play off of that. Our curry powder is easy, so we have run jokes. So, like I love. No, and I say my favorite one was the one where we use our own people close to us, like Nikki and her, where I wasn't expecting it. And you can't look on this and say you don't know Julia is not an actress, or whatever we want to use it these days. But you know what I mean? I look at it and I go, Julia did this? Like, wow, that was Nikki? Nikki the whole time was just there? I went, Julia too, so you know what I mean? We have a bigger roster now of actresses, right?
Why, Carla? Use our...
Yeah, man. So, it's automatically me could have seen it and I say, I see things that you could actually be a part of, like just watching it, just because of how you deal with it. I mean, it's your first time, and if you could apply yourself to this like that, that's good. Again, so that was really well done. Denny, you never disappoint me at all. I can tell you that. Yeah,
I only for
that's a one more. That's a one more thing. That's one more thing we need to ask.
Spritz up glass with texture.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
Right.
Guys, I love it for my plant. I love it for my bamboo plant.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah. In icon.
So there was set decorated as well.
Art director. Blap.
Yeah, so even the back wall is cloth, what I have.
Oh here. Yes, the bedroom. So yes, that's not real. That red is not real.
Yeah,
that's nice. See.
It's material that we put up. I'm gonna say, I want something where I have texture. I don't want the white wall. So
okay, come here. I said,
I say, what is rich?
Yeah.
Tanamana.
Yeah.
It's
I will pull down the comforter. Like,
that was
put on the comforter for all the.
I changed my sheet to match to the color color palette to match the red.
And she could dig up our robe because it matched with the wall and the bed. So everything living on color scheme.
We don't do a whole art department. We don't do a whole section.
Bro, a whole thing.
That's why we start at 8 and finish at 2.
And we started at 8:30, meaning like we start the art department, everything at 8:30. So we never do nothing before that. So everything starts at 8:30 and wrap at 2:30.
This is good. And I'm like the effort to it. Yeah, like just the
And,
effort.
and this goes into 1 minute.
Yeah.
This goes into 1 minute.
Yeah.
And people think commercials are easy. A commercial is 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and you set dress and build sets for a month, weeks. You know what I mean? So that's one more thing we want to ask you. Like when we did our turn-in, right? And you're like, yo, we never did know I did today or something like that. Did that kind of more come tell you, know, I say it's I send you a text, I'm say it's not about I'm sending in a group and I say it's not about perfection or not finishing. It's about just completing. You understand? The deadline there, but if we're gonna use we need to use deadline, but if we're gonna use the deadline to say, yo, you're late, you know, it's gonna deter people from one finish or because maybe you wouldn't have done this idea if we say, yo, you have to wait until the next time to do that. So that would have killed this great thing.
Yeah, I definitely kind of weigh my mind in like if I should do it or not. But then, we just wake up with the drive to do it. So
and to be honest, the reason why we didn't, not to cut you, the reason why we didn't start sooner is because he was editing. He had another thing that he was working on, So and he was real with it in his post. It's better to be done than perfect because he knew that he wouldn't have probably made that deadline. But again, it's better to be done than not.
Because even the audio, people say the audio did imbalance. I'm just saying, I know,
bro.
But now drop a sequence and edit it.
Yo,
I say,
bro,
the key sound was loud. Man, I say, yo, man.
It's fine. You got it. The thing is, everybody were cursed. Everybody who see this and saw that, ask them for them film. Like big man thing, like ask them for their film.
Bro, let me tell you.
I know this is like something that persons are going to see, and I think this one thing we need to put forward is like doing a piece of film is also putting yourself out there. 1, 2, it's also a commitment to finishing something. And there are many people who have projects for them shoot that just never ever see the light of day. Yeah. And while some persons have legit reasons why, you have those persons who just prefer to sit down and find fault with everything. Right? So the mere fact that you could, you pull up and you finish this film and you get it out, and anybody at all in here get their 1 minute film done, it's a great thing, But I'm not going to say much more until we close out with the other thing and see if anybody else have anything to say. I'm just saying that I really enjoyed the film.
Just saying.
Just look like it.
Drop off.
I think you dropped off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We're going to the other film, are we? We cover up everything. Denny and Julia. You guys,
thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for listening to the A New View podcast. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want more information on today's episode, check the show notes below if you are on a podcast platform, or the description if you are on YouTube. See you next episode.